Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. Well, the other morning when I did the maiden flight on 4S and on 3S, the two flights on the FMS CESSNA 182 here, the Skylane, it was no wind. There was no wind. And I said that the plane does not need a gyro, but then again, there was no wind. Well, today there's plenty of wind. And it's out of the west, so we're going to see how the plane handles a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind out of the due west. Luckily, pretty much out of the due west, kind of west northwest. But luckily the field runs east to west, so it's still, you can see the plane is moving because of the strength of the wind. Timer set for 5 minutes. Right, left, up, down, right, left. The only change I've made is I've gone to 125% throws on the ailerons with 30% expo all the way around. That's the only change I've made since last flight. I didn't feel like I had enough aileron authority. So, right, okay, up, down, right, left, up, right, left.
Landing flaps.
Flaps.
Flaps up.
All right. All right, we'll get turned around here. See if we, now remember this is I'm running a 2700 4S, and remember this is not a rocket ship plane. If you're wanting to think about getting this plane and you're thinking, boy, she's gonna be fast and aerobatic, she is basic aerobatic and she's not fast. This is a scale flying remote control aircraft, not meant to be some speed demon. This is for lazy Sunday afternoon cruising. And it just happens to be Sunday afternoon, so. All right, let me get on this side of my, nope, I need to be on this side so I can block the sun from my Precious. All right, we do not need takeoff flaps right now. Timer set for 5 minutes, here we go. Nice scale takeoff. Got the 2700 basically all the way forward. And she's handling this wind just fine. Get moving around a little bit, but then again, it is a fairly strong wind. Good looking plane though. Yeah, I'm barely even.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
I mean, yeah, I've got my finger on the sticks, of course, but her moving around is the wind, not me. Now, this is where a gyro would really help. It would just make her more locked in. She wouldn't be moving around quite so much. It's not going to prevent me from flying her in the direction I want her to go. Try to land her now. Hold on, that wind kind of picked her up there. Let's try again. If you're not happy with your landing approach, go around. Might want to work a little bit of rudder into your turn. She does seem like she could benefit from that. Whoa. The wind's a little bit stronger than I thought. There we go. All right. Yeah, the wind is kind of shifted. It's more out of the northwest now instead of out of the west. This runway runs east to west. So I'm starting to get more of a cross runway. All right, turn her around here. Probably can hear the wind through the mic for sure.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
See if I can pull a knife edge off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a little more aileron authority there. Bring her right at us. I don't need landing flaps right now. I'm just making sure. I want to see how my mix is working through my flight mode. Technically it's not a mix, just how the flight mode is.
Flaps up.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna come back. That's full speed with the wind. Okay, we're gonna make full speed now
2 minutes.
into the wind. Not a slouch, not a slouch at all. See, I'm going with the wind right now, so I have less control. Kind of getting bumped around here. All right, go back a little further back this way. Stay on my rudder for this landing. There we go. Still got a minute and a half. Let me show you something, Scott.
Braking.
Scott brakes, which I showed you how to set the brakes up, or the actually thrust reverse. I say brakes, it's actually thrust reverse. All right. All right, we're going to say we got an emergency and we got to get off the ground quick. There we go. Didn't use flaps, but not bad for not using flaps. It's not a STOL aircraft, short takeoff over and landing, but she will get up into the wind. She will get up off the deck pretty quick. Whoa, I ain't gonna lie. I could have said, well, that was a touch and go. That was an accidental bounce and go. But when I bounced, I realized
Time remaining 1 minute.
I was in a bad position. So I went ahead and, this is where I like having 4S power. This is an example of flying her on 4S instead of the 3S. She's capable on 3S, but I want to have that power in case I need to get up out if I got a problem like that. Oh man. Oh, we can't leave it like that. Gotta improve upon that landing now.
Seconds.
Yes, British lady, I know. 30 seconds.
Seconds.
There we go. That is one sweet, great flying plane. Really is. Handle the wind like a champ.
Prop secured.
All right. Had 17 seconds left on a 5-minute timer. To show you where I have my battery, got the push button to release the hatch. Okay. There's Norman in there, our pilot. But let me come where you can see up in there. That battery, you see the 2700? All right, it's in there about maybe an inch or so. And sitting there, and that just makes CG is just perfect. The CG on the plane is you look on the underside of the wings, you got your quick releases, and you got that line of, first line of tape. Well, there's CG marks right there, and you actually can feel it. So if you put, I know I don't have the hatch in her, on her right now, but so she might be slightly tail heavy because I don't have that weight. But even without that, she's fine. Well, the wind's hitting her now, but she's fine. She's fine right there. All right, let's check the battery. And if it's still over 60%, we'll go back up. I want to get it below 50% if I can. Okay, yeah, 43%, so that's just fine. Two nice, really strong straps holding the battery in. And this is the battery I'm using. I use this in the 4S Maiden. the very first flights, 2700 Superior. I'll put a link to this battery in the description of the video. Good battery. It's got a 30C discharge, 2700, just the perfect size battery for this plane. Actually, I don't remember the price, but I know they're fairly economical. And even the detail on the cockpit. You got your two yokes there and a detailed decal for instrument panel. The plane is listed at $299, and I gotta tell you, with the performance I'm getting, the scale, the fidelity, how she flies, I think she's worth every penny. Really, I do. I was thinking that on the first flight, I thought the foam seemed a little fragile, but I got home and I really started feeling around on other planes, and pretty comparable, you know, pretty comparable. And the only thing I had wrong with it really is I had a crack, and the spinner is very thin chrome, and I had a crack in it, so I've had to glue it back. It didn't affect the prop. The prop was nice and balanced. The ESC was calibrated. I did put some pieces of tape so that these struts, they just pull forward to disassemble the plane. I put a little bit of Scotch tape right there on the end, just to keep them from vibrating forward. I don't think they would. It's just me being overcautious. But there's absolutely glueless assembly. Wonder why that hatch isn't going down all the way. I think oh, my strap is caught. That's why. That's why. But yeah, just a good flying plane. I can't, you know, I'm trying to look for a negative in the plane to make it seem like I'm biased, but I'm having a hard time finding anything wrong with it. She's a great flying plane. She does exactly as she advertises doing. Got all the features advertised. I do wish there was some decals or something on the top wings, but you could always add that yourself. But this is how the scale plane actually looks. So there you go, folks. Well, thank you for watching, folks. This is Fat Guy Flies RC, and that is the FMS Cessna 182 Hobby Zone. Thank you so much for sending me out the plane for review. FMS, you've got a real winner here. Y'all have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends, the Cessna 182.